Welcome, everybody, to the Weather Iowa Update. We've got the potential for some severe weather across our area later today into this evening. We're going to kind of run down what is going to be happening with that. Well, that's not the screen I want there. Let's bring up this screen there. Will bring me into the stage, and then we're going to do this. We'll throw the lightning background up there. Welcome. We are going to talk about what's going to be happening weather-wise. I'm going to share my screen here. Let's present. Obviously, we've got the potential for some severe weather across our area for later today into this evening. The weather briefing, of course, from the National Weather Service. I'm going to remove myself from the channel there. It makes it a little bit easier. You don't really need to see me. You just kind of need to see what's going to be happening coming up here a little bit later today. So, all right, we've got severe thunderstorms are going to be likely this afternoon and evening. Damaging winds will be the primary concern for our area, with the lesser potential for tornadoes and large hail, which is definitely some good news. For that storm timing will be from 4 to 10 p.m., and storms will be moving quickly from 50 to 60 miles per hour, movement possible. So if a thunderstorm approaches, it's going to be moving fairly quickly across our area. Strong winds, even outside of thunderstorms this afternoon and early evening as well. South to southeast winds could gust to 50 miles per hour over southern and eastern Iowa, with critical fire conditions, although not as strong gusty winds over northwest Iowa. On Saturday, much of the area is in a moderate risk. This area here, Ames, Iowa City, Des Moines, Ottumwa, those areas are in a moderate risk. We've got an enhanced risk for areas southwest and south of Charles City, Mason City. Algona's in the moderate risk. You'll have to excuse me. I'm kind of getting over a bad case of the flu that I had last week. Fort Dodge, Storm Lake, those areas are in a moderate risk of severe weather for later today. And then areas north of that, which include Mason City, Charles City, Decorah, Forest City, those areas are under a slight risk of severe weather for later today. This, of course, through 4 to 10 p.m. seems to be the big time frame for when the severe weather, and of course rapid movement, 55 miles per hour from the southwest to the northeast. So if skies look dark this afternoon to the southwest, then you need to be prepared for some severe weather approaching your area. Primary threats, of course, seem to be damaging wind gusts, some large hail, tornadoes possible as well. Look at the severe wind outlook, 60% probability in the Iowa City, Des Moines, Osceola, and Ottumwa areas, as well as Lamoni and Atlantic. The probability of a tornado is 5 to 9%, with a 10 to 14% gradient over extreme southeastern Iowa. As far as hail, 15 to 30% possibility over the yellow areas. And then you get to a little higher over the southeastern corner, maybe egg-sized hail, ping pong ball, quarter-sized, damaging wind gusts of 60 to 80 miles per hour possible later today. And, of course, tornadoes possible across our area. So we've got the potential for some pretty significant wind gusts over northern Iowa coming up later today. Those winds will increase throughout the day today. Strongest winds for the Mason City area looks to be between noon and 6 p.m. today, with 40 mile per hour wind gusts, and then those will slowly decrease, obviously, as the evening approaches and thunderstorms move through. There is the potential for some critical fire burning conditions today, obviously, with near record warmth for our area when it comes to temperatures and relatively dry conditions. Burning is not recommended. Any fires that start could become uncontrollable. So keep that in mind today. And there's a wind advisory over the southeastern portion of the state of Iowa. So this is kind of the breakdown. This is the category scale that the National Weather Service uses when it comes to the risk categories. Slight is scattered severe thunderstorms possible. That is for most of the northern area, short-lived and or not widespread, isolated, intense thunderstorms possible. Enhanced risk is more persistent and or widespread, a few intense storms in the enhanced risk, and the moderate risk, widespread severe thunderstorms, likely long-lived, widespread, and intense. And I'm going to get into the time frame for us here in northern Iowa here in just a moment. But that kind of gives you an idea of what we can expect when it comes to the potential of severe weather across our area. That's basically everything that the Weather Service is saying at this point. All right, so let's take a look at what's going to happen. This is the HRR model, which stands for High Resolution Rapid Refresh, which they use a lot during the severe weather season for our area because it refreshes rapidly. It's an hour model which refreshes every hour, so that that way the information is a little bit more consistent. So we'll back this up. This is 3 o'clock this afternoon. Obviously, things are relatively quiet at that point. We've got some shower and thunderstorm activity in the southwestern corner. But then as the afternoon progresses, we get to 5 o'clock. We've got, thunderstorm activity over the southwestern. Now you've got this line of storms that's kind of developing here. You've got some scattered shower and thunderstorm activity over the northern portion of Iowa at that point. But as you can see, you get to 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I think between 8 and 10 p.m. is the time frame when the significant thunderstorm activity will be this evening. So if you're planning, obviously, if you work till 5 today, should have no problem getting home from work at 5 o'clock. Conditions will be, you'll have windy and warm conditions, which we'll take a look at the forecast high temperatures for our area today and the dew points, which are going to add fuel to the fire coming up a little bit later today. All right, so you get past 10 o'clock, most of the activity is moved through. There's actually a winter storm watch. Let's see if I can bring that up. We'll bring that up here. See, there's actually a winter storm watch for snowfall in this part of the area. So we're looking at northwest, extreme northwest Iowa, southwest Minnesota, southeast South Dakota. Later today, we've got the winter storm watch for snowfall and snowfall accumulation and gusty winds for that area. So that's what you're seeing here on this particular model. That's 5 a.m. Saturday, and then we've got some snowfall moving in on the back end of the system as the system moves out of our area. So let's take a look at temperatures. We've got some warm. I'm going to switch from the Midwest. We're going to switch to Iowa. We're going to get into local. Okay, so we've got 7 o'clock tonight. We've got, look at this warmth, 78 by 3 o'clock this afternoon in Mason City. We've got warm temperatures all throughout northern Iowa. We've got definitely a warm day ahead, 77 by 2 o'clock. By noon in the lower 70s with some gusty winds. We'll throw the wind field up there as well. But you can see as the thunderstorms develop and push through the area, 8 o'clock this evening, you've got that rain cool air over Fort Dodge and those areas as well. So that kind of gives you an idea with the temperature cool down for our area coming up here a little bit later today. So that's kind of interesting there. 67 in Mason City. That's 7, 8 o'clock, and then the temperatures kind of bottom out. Now look at this by 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. You go from 78 to 28 by 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon in the Mason City area, which definitely makes for some interesting weather. So that kind of gives you an idea. We're going to go on a roller coaster ride here the next 24 to 36 hours with this weather situation. Let's take a look at the dew points. Dew points tomorrow, those are chilly, but even today we've got dew points in the 50s by 8 o'clock this evening. Obviously, that's what fuels thunderstorms. You've got dew points in the 50s in Fort Dodge. That kind of fuels the thunderstorm activity for our area. So I'm thinking for us here in northern Iowa between 8 and 10 o'clock this evening. Let's see, composite reflectivity. Yeah, so here we've got 8 o'clock. We've got thunderstorms in the area, and those will blow through. 9 and 10 o'clock, those are out 5 o'clock, you've got some scattered thunderstorm activity around the Fort Dodge, Denison area. This is a different model than what I was showing you before. This is composite reflectivity, which is a potential radar image for later today. So, we've got 7 o'clock, you've got rain and thunderstorm activity. By 8 o'clock, the line kind of moves through. Then you've got some wraparound stuff happening at that point, and then going into tomorrow. So for us here in northern Iowa, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, by 10:30, 11 o'clock tonight, everything seems to be pretty much out of our area. So that's kind of what I'm thinking when it comes to what is going to be happening for our area. So we've got the potential for some severe weather for our area here later today. Thanks for watching. We'll keep you informed, of course, with the latest weather information throughout the day on the radio. I'll talk to you on the radio this afternoon and through the midday hour with the latest weather information. Of course, we'll keep you informed with the latest weather information. So thanks for watching on this Friday. Everybody stay safe, stay weather aware throughout the day today, and we'll keep you informed throughout the day and evening hours with updates here on the Weather Iowa social media platform. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and everybody stay safe.